Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're watching me for the first time, my name is Zid and I am super excited to meet you. Okay, guys, we're checking out a video today, and this is a Polish video, and this is a Polish word. I'm not sure I'll be able to pronounce this, but I'll sure do try. Okay, and this one is titled Ekstraklasa Stadiums. I don't know if I got that name correctly. I sure didn't get that correctly. Okay, please let us know in the comment section what the pronunciation of this word is. Okay, guys, I am super excited to check the stadiums out. All right, if you're super excited as much as I am and you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on that notification bell, guys, so you don't miss out whenever I upload a new video. Okay, to my returning subscribers, I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for always tuning in. Without wasting much of your time, guys, let's check this video out.
It is long overdue that I made a video on the first tier of Polish football, so get ready for some great stadiums and some atrocious pronunciations of their names. Here are the Ekstraklasa stadiums.
Okay,
Stadium
extra
Cracovim
class.
Józefa Piłsudskiego.
Okay.
Like most of the stadiums in this league, this is a fairly new building that was constructed on the site of a very old football ground. To avoid confusion, I'll just list the year that the original stadium opened in the title card and mention when it was rebuilt. Right. In this case, it was completed in 2010. It's a nice design. I like the asymmetrical lines of the exterior, and while the interior is conventional by comparison, this is a solid all-round stadium to start with.
Simple design. This is really nice.
The original stadium on this site was actually built when these lands were part of Germany in the 1930s. And it was actually named after a certain mustachioed Austrian fella when it first opened.
That's a long time ago, guys.
It was rebuilt in 2016 and now, despite its dark beginnings, is a fantastic modern stadium. Oh, and in the aerial shots you saw, there was one stand remaining from the old stadium. But it has since become a complete bowl.
Oh.
Stadium Miejski w Białymstoku. Białystok's original stadium was in really poor shape before this bad boy was built in 2014. The morale boost to the players and fans must have been immense. The exterior is quite interesting, in particular how you can see the bones of the stadium through these orange and white beams. It's even more colourful on the inside. I also quite like how the double-tiered seating transitions into a single tier at the ends. Suzuki Arena. This one was actually built on a separate site to their old stadium, which still exists. It's just down the road. Once more, it's a huge upgrade in terms of its amenities. If this stadium is a Suzuki, their old ground must be a rusty old Lada. Anyway, this ground was actually the site of a famous Polish victory. Nobody gave them a chance, but in 2009, they overcame all odds and defeated San Marino 10-0. Stadium Poznan. This is a stadium like no other. Not only is the exterior one of a kind with its oddly shaped roof, but the seating layout is pretty interesting as well.
This is beautiful. Oh, I love the look of it from the outside. I haven't even seen what the inside looks like, but guys, this is really beautiful. And I'm sure it must have cost them a whole lot of money to get this done. Because guys, look at this. Look at this. This is beautiful.
Well, we've got one triple tiered stand for some reason. And at the opposite end there is a stand that is smaller in height than the rest. I believe that one predates the rest of the stadium. The rebuild did take quite some time, but was completed in 2010. Stadium Wojska Polskiego. This rebuild was also completed around 2010. Unlike most of the others, they didn't entirely flatten the old stadium. They kept some of the original facade intact, which of course is a good thing. It just adds a bit of character. That's not to say that this would have been a soulless stadium otherwise. It does have a few other design quirks. But yeah, I do love it when a slither of history is incorporated into a new build of any kind. Stadium Miejski LKS. You're looking at images of this stadium in a transition phase, just before matching stands were built on the other three sides, and it finally became a complete bowl stadium in 2022. I'm not gonna lie, I kinda liked it when it had grass hills on three sides, but of course, this is a much more practical design, both in terms of spectator comfort and atmosphere. Also, the groundsmen now have to do a little bit less mowing. Stadium Miejski Wygliwice. You might be wondering why we keep seeing the word miejski. Well, it just means municipal.
Oh my goodness.
A lot of countries have venues called municipal stadium, but for whatever reason, Poland seems to be the world leader. This one was rebuilt in 2011. Oh, I should mention that a lot of these rebuilds were due to Poland being one of the hosts of Euro 2012, along with Ukraine. This is perhaps the most simplistic of the new builds that we've seen, but that's no bad thing. Stadium Miejski in Floriana Krygira. This was rebuilt in 2022, which may seem perplexing when you look at it, but actually, it looks like this now. Yeah, big difference. In fact, there's almost as much of a difference between this stadium and its predecessor as there was between the original stadium and the gravel mine that it was built on. Actually, come to think of it, the new stadium is looking more like a gravel mine, with that mostly grey colour scheme. It's looking good. Stadion Montserrat. I'm glad this ground has a corporate sponsor, because the entire official name for the stadium has 52 letters in it, and I just don't have that kind of lung capacity. The original stadium was built by employees of the State Arms Factory. However, it was rebuilt in 2012
really long, guys.
by employees of a construction company, as you would expect. This is just one of 3 grounds in the league with a running track. Stadion Rakova Częstochowa. This is one of the few grounds in the league that wasn't demolished and rebuilt from scratch. Yeah, I know. But I mean, it's the second smallest stadium in the league, so there isn't really much to demolish even if they wanted to. However, it was significantly renovated recently, as you can probably tell, and I believe they are planning on expanding it further. Stadion Śląski. Before Poland's national stadium was built in 2012, this acted as their national stadium.
This is beautiful.
Of course, it has been redeveloped since then, but even the current stadium has a lot to brag about.
Oh wow,
Firstly, it's the largest club stadium in the country, and it's the premier track and field stadium in Poland. Although the football fans could probably do without the track,
so beautiful.
it's still a great stadium overall. Well, it's not 52 letters, but it's close. Stadium Miejskiego Ośrodku Sportu I Rekreacji w Mielcu. That's an entire sentence. Prior to a renovation 10 years ago, the stadium had a capacity of 30,000. Now it's one of the smallest in the league. But I don't think the club supporters will be complaining, because their old stadium looks very drab by comparison. I mean, they tried to make it less bleak by planting some shrubs, but it was in vain. I do like how they kept the floodlight towers though. I feel like they are befitting of a club with the word steel in their name. Tarczyński Arena Wrocław. This uniquely designed stadium was partially inspired by a Chinese lantern, which is particularly apparent at night time, for obvious reasons. In the day, it looks more like one of those big buildings that they play football in and people sit and watch. Another somewhat interesting aspect is that despite the relatively large capacity, there's just one tier of seating. Thankfully, it's fairly steep seating, so those in the nosebleeds aren't too far away. Stadion Warty Poznan. We've seen some very impressive new builds throughout the video, but there's something charming about a ground that has been built up bit by bit over the years. I mean, look at this old school wooden stand. Beautiful. And over on the other side there's a newer but still fairly distinctive stand. So while it might have some drawbacks like restricted views, this ground has plenty of
Nice.
character. And termites probably. Stadium Miejski Widzewa. During construction works in 2017, they actually found a munition from World War II in the ground. So potentially hundreds of thousands of people over the years had been unknowingly walking
This
right
is
over the
nice.
top of it. But I guess that's not uncommon in these parts. On that bombshell, this stadium was built. Well, they got rid of it, I'm sure. As you saw, the exterior features a nice blend of brick, glass, steel and concrete. I also appreciate the seating layout, which is a little more complex than just a single tiered bowl. Stadion Zagłębia Lubin. This was rebuilt in 2009. The club has an interesting colour scheme that is reflected on the stadium's exterior. Green and orange is a bit of a no-no when it comes to fashion, presumably because it looks like a carrot. And yeah, it does look a little bit jarring. And so they have wisely omitted the green from the interior and have gone for orange and black, which is a bit easier on the eyes, despite the myth that carrots help you see in the dark. So there you have it, so many new stadiums. My favourite though would probably be the Lantern. There's just something about one big single tier of seating that enhances the intimacy, I guess. Please consider subscribing if you're new, and as always, thanks for watching, have a good one.
Okay, guys, I'll be leaving a link to his channel in the description box. Please go to his channel and do all the good stuff to it, okay? This video is really beautiful. I lost count of the numbers of stadiums in Poland, guys. They really have quite amazing and beautiful stadiums. And guys, it's beautiful. It's quite beautiful. And I'm sure it cost them a whole lot of money to build all of these beautiful stadiums. Okay, guys, thank you guys for watching. If you have any suggestions or recommendations, always drop in the comment section, okay? Thank you guys for watching and see you guys in my next video. Bye.